How do you bring up the topic of open relationship with your partner? I'm going to presume you desire to have an open relationship with them. It's going to be three parts. First part is you have to be adamantine about your desire for an open relationship. You have to be completely confident about it. So, what you have to do is you have to transfer that confidence into them, in you. This is what I've referred to as to be confidence inspiring. How do you become confidence inspiring? You have to be adamantine about your desire for an open relationship. To be adamantine about something, to be adamant about something, is to be unbreakable. Because quite frankly, what you know or what you've come to know about open relationship is that it's irrefutable reasoning that is fundamentally based on sound principles of wonderful and happy and fulfilling, satisfying, lifelong, terrific relationships with people. How do you go about it? Here's how you'd go about it. You have to have a positive outlook about it, first of all, and you have to be completely convinced that this is the thing that will make your relationship better. Because if they cannot gather from you that you have confidence in what you're talking about, they will put it off. They won't believe you. They won't even consider it. They will look at it as something dumb or stupid or a mistake. However you feel about it, however you convey to them you feel about it, they will follow your lead. So this is your chance, you're communicating with them, to be able to inspire confidence in them so that you know what the fuck you're talking about. Now, if you don't yet know what you're talking about, go to Amazon, get the book Relationships 101 by Ron John, Rone space John. Read it so you can gather all the information that you need from it, or click on the link in my bio and take my course. It's incredibly important. Now, how do you go about it? You could begin with this. Hey baby, I have something to share with you. I'm really excited about it. I think it's really important. And here's what it is. That's the first part. You have to be excited. You have a positive outlook on it. It's something you want to share. It's not something like, hey baby, I need to talk to you about something. No, that's not how you approach it. You approach it with excitement and confidence and sharing it with them rather than, I need to talk to you. Whenever somebody says, we need to talk, it's often not a good thing. So I say, I want to share something with you. I'm really excited about it. I've done a lot of research and I found that a few things that will make our relationship better. Frame it in a way that it will make your relationship better, because it will. I'm not teaching you techniques to convince anybody. I'm teaching you ways that you can frame things so they can appreciate it in the way that you do. Do you understand? I'm not telling you to fake confidence. I'm telling you to convey in them your confidence in the information that you know. Do you understand? Otherwise, you can't be confidence inspiring to the other person. So here's the second part. First part, you have to be adamantine about what you know, what you've researched. You could, by research, you could say research, I've been looking into it, or I've been reading a lot of things about it, and I think I've found a way for our relationship to become better. More happy, more fulfilling, more sexual, more sexy. Understand? More loving. Don't necessarily bring up the word open relationship, because most people don't even appreciate what that word means, what that idea means. Second thing, I've found, okay, see, this is how you would sound like. I'm gonna play it for you. I'm gonna communicate for you as if I were communicating with you. What I've found is that there are three aspects of relationships that make relationship fundamentally sound and actually based on love. and that everything we know about relationship, we know it without question. We just do it because it's convention, because they say it's what's supposed to be like, but we recognize there's a lot of things wrong with the way relationships are portrayed. This is the reason why 50% of first marriages end in divorce, 70% of second marriages end in divorce, and most people in relationships are miserable because they don't have these three things. Here's what I've found. The first thing is that unconditional love is my wanting for my beloved's happiness intrinsically to my own happiness, which means it denies jealousy and it denies ideas of property, because property and ownership from property and possessiveness from ownership from property, they come from the idea 10,000 years ago when we discovered agriculture. We discovered the idea of property, which is not a human thing. But love actually is my wanting for your happiness intrinsically to my happiness. In the same way that I want for my happiness, I want that for you. And if you loved me, the same thing that you want, the same happiness you want for yourself, which we could argue would be is actually the most important thing for anyone, how they feel about themselves. And if you loved me, you'd want for my happiness, without question, the same happiness that you want for yourself. We're essential to each other. And the relationship requires that, and it requires non-judgmental acceptance, accepting each individual as individuals in the relationship, being them and being able to be themselves, not having to pretend to be someone they're not having to pretend to be someone who their partner imagines wants them to be. So that entails my being me, my being a man and doing man things, and more importantly, because I love you, you're being a woman, doing woman things and engaging in things that women love to do, or whatever you love to do as the individual that you are, and my facilitating that. And you're never having to pretend. You see someone who's cute and funny and sweet, you can tell me, hey, I met this guy, he's so cute and funny and sweet, and it just happens to be he's incredibly handsome. You understand? Number 3 thing is that I want your opinion on it. I want to know what you think. So first thing is that you have to be adamantine about it. Second thing, explain to them the 3 fundamental aspects of the open relationship idea without having to explain open relationship at the outset. And number 3 is, what do you think about that? Get what their thoughts are about what you've just communicated. Now let's go back. I went over 2, I forgot 1. We're going back to role playing. I'm communicating with you. I'm trying to convey in you, communicate open relationship with you, bring up the topic. And number 3 thing that we require for a satisfying, fulfilling, happy, wonderful, lifelong relationship based on love is open communication. Open communication being each of our ability to be able to communicate absolutely anything transparently with our beloved. Just like we were communicating with our best friend, nothing hidden, we don't need to hide anything from anybody, from you or from me, because we can be ourselves. And it's fundamental to love that we communicate openly. And this is essential. And these 3 things cannot be found in a closed relationship. In a closed relationship, you cannot have unconditional love because by definition, it's because of sexual exclusivity that if you communicate, if you were to have open communication, or the love has to be conditional for that relationship to exist, the condition of sexual exclusivity. Because without it, you can't have it. And this happens to be what's referred to as open relationship. What do you think about that? Share this video with other people. You'll help make the world a better place for all of us. See you next time. Bye. Bye.